Hey guys,
Hello, audience.
Sean and Aiden here from the Pop Cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today we're going to review the very
Controversial?
controversial, you could say, the
Yeah.
very, I don't know, like,
Well,
teenage.
yeah, teenage kind of genreized art movie.
Yeah,
And this
art
is,
movie.
Yeah, art movie, quotation marks, because we haven't really done a,
any kind of artsy,
art
fancy
movies
movie,
yet.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, this movie's called Spring Breakers.
yes, and I hopefully in this review we will be known as someone that, like, people, like, oh yeah, those guys that like comic books. Well, we like comic books, but I mean, we also like, art movies, we
Yeah,
like to express our kind of like English teacher-esque kind of feel to the vibe.
Yeah, I thought I got away from that shit, but I guess it's coming back.
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
all coming back, but
like Requiem for a Dream is, probably like both one of our favorite movies.
it is very good. That threw me off on anything relating to drugs. When I saw it, I was just like, afterwards I was like, okay, I'm not touching this shit. But Spring Breakers is about the youth culture nowadays, and really like just having a break from the whole college life or after high school life and partying down, but it also has a dark side.
What this dark side may be, you may ask, is that these four main characters, these girls, are trying to raise money to go on spring break. They're not like rich, pre-teen fucking bitches or anything. They're actually like, they're trying to make money to go on spring break and have a good time.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
how they get that money, you may ask, is that they actually rob a place.
Yeah, and I mean, there was a line that was, I did kind of like stick into my mind. It was just like, there was after the robbery, there was a bit where Selena Gomez, who was in this movie, which I don't really like, but in this movie she was quite. I thought she was really good, because she kind of played the kind of like the conscience kind of role of the group.
The consciousness of the group.
Yeah, and
she was the only one that really could see the world as what it really was.
Yeah.
The three other main girls, they were very lost.
Yes, and it wasn't until kind of near the end where another girl saw and slowly, one by one, they saw what was going on, and
like as we said, this movie is don't be fooled by the cast of this movie and its name. This movie is a very dark and it's really dark film.
I mean, there was a bit where I thought it was kind of the creepiest in the entire movie, was when James Franco is in this movie, and he does a brilliant role. Just think of a darker just think of a darker version of Soul from Pineapple Express, and just a more drug addicted kind of person that, if they were more into drugs and violence. But there was a scene when near the start when the girls first meet him, he's playing the piano and they're all having a nice time, and then it cuts to him playing the piano with blood all over his fingers and then playing the piano, and then I thought to myself, that's weird. And then later on it shows him playing the piano, just playing one key note over and over again, just singing to himself about revenge, and I was like, wow, that's a very good performance.
The structure of this film is very very convoluted, but it does work, don't get me wrong. Whoever edited this film should be given an award. This is actually a really well edited film.
I thought it was very. I think it was edited well. I think it could have been written better.
Could have been written better.
I thought because there were some bits where well, is it supposed to be oh, this is the kind of thing that you're getting into or something? If it wasn't edited,
if it wasn't edited like that, I don't think it might not have worked as well. Really.
No,
if it was just a straight line,
I think it would have
chronological. I don't want to have worked.
I don't think it wouldn't even have been really an art movie if it wasn't really if it was linear like that, because when we first, like, when we went into the cinema and the first, like, 2 minutes of the movie is, is Skrillex, playing that, what was it, Monsters and Sprites, I don't know. We don't keep up to date with that music, but, it was that, and all the carnage that Spring Break actually, like, does. So it's like there were titties everywhere and, like, people...
slow motion.
Yeah, throwing, like...
People on a beach, you know.
Yeah, you know.
That whole
yeah, the whole scenario. And, I, like, when I first saw that, I was just like... I was watching it, I was like... I'm already disgusted, like, from... Because, I don't know, they just put it in, like, a sort of a light that made it look... Just very, so bad, like...
the first half... Well, probably not even the first half, but, like, the first, you know, the little part... Probably the first 20 minutes of the movie is, like, an MTV video.
Yeah.
And then the later half is, like, a, you know, I don't know... Just, like, some crime film.
Yeah.
And,
I thought the ending was a little bit... kind of rushed.
Oh, yeah, like, the ending was definitely very rushed.
And then, like, I don't know, I thought that, like the real, like the true ending, spoilers. I'm just gonna say the ending. Where they go in and they just like shoot everyone, and they shoot at the guy, the head honcho guy, and then take his Lamborghini, and it's just like, well, we don't really know where they're going. It's like, oh yeah, we killed all these people. Does that mean spring break's over? Like, or we're gonna go back to college, or we're gonna go.
It's very open. Open to you know, ideas.
I mean, there is good open endings, but then there are, like, open endings where it's just like, oh, I need to know, like, stuff like that.
I think the whole point of the movie was that, like, the two girls that get away, you know, and then the two that stay.
Yeah.
And, like, they're stuck in spring break, like, forever now, pretty much.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's what it was actually trying to, like, get the point.
Yeah, alright.
You know, because, you know, they, like, killed a lot of people.
Yeah, they killed a lot of people.
And, you know, you can't really come back from that.
Yeah.
They're just going to go back to college and pretend everything was fine.
Yeah, I guess right. I guess you're right. But,
very abrupt.
Apart from, all these things that we've discussed, what would you give this, as a rating?
Yeah, I think, you know, I did like this film. I really did. And I went into it with high expectations, and, like, most of those expectations were, fulfilled, but you know, I don't think I could see myself giving this over like an 80% or anything. I could probably give it like a 68, and that's probably the highest I'll probably go with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't really seen many art movies, but I mean, I was really comparing this with like Requiem, and that was like the first big mistake that I kind of did, because it doesn't really have anything on Requiem. It was just a better film altogether.
It really is its own thing.
Yeah. But I mean, like, apart from all the flaws that, like, we've mentioned, like, the semi-poor script writing, that, it was still good, but it wasn't really, it didn't pack a wallop, or, like, a...
I did think, though, like, just one thing, that, like, the director, Harmony Korine, who's actually a screenwriter, he wrote, Kids, which is actually a really controversial movie, and then he wrote this, and this is his directorial debut. You know, maybe he's better at writing scripts than directing.
Yeah, I mean, like, people definitely are. I would also, but I mean, like, this film, I'd probably recommend to anyone who's going to go on spring break or schoolies in Australia. So I definitely recommend this movie.
Yeah.
For I don't know, like, kind of like people our age, but more mature. Because I don't know, I just expect like people to say, oh yes, watch this movie, it's really nice, and then the first like 5 minutes are like, tits! And then I'm like,
just you watch.
Yeah. But I mean, apart from all that, I think I'd give it a 63%.
Yeah.
63%. I feel comfortable giving it that. Yeah.
That's about it, guys.
But also, ask yourself, what did you think of the movie? If you've seen it, write down in the comments whether you like it or not. Do you agree with everything that we said? Maybe we'll start a comment war, huh? But yeah, apart from that,
until next time,
Sean and Aiden out.